Hello friends, welcome to your own YouTube channel Achievers Data Engineering. My name is Gyanendra and this is part 9 of most asked SQL interview questions and answer series. In this video, we are going to talk about another query related interview question, which is again commonly asked. The type of question will be similar to this. The actual requirements may be ups and downs, but here you need to understand the logic. So the question that I'm going to discuss in this video is, write a query to list all the employees and their manager's name, including employees who do not have a manager. Now, to answer this question, the interviewer may provide you some sample query or sample table itself, and based on that, we might have to answer this question. So let's get started. To get started, as I discussed, to answer this kind of question, interviewer may provide you some sample table itself. So here is the sample table that we have got. So in this table, this employee table, we have got three different columns. One is employee ID, employee name, and the manager employee ID. So what does it mean is, this employee ID 1 belongs to this guy Gilbert, and his manager employee ID is 18. Now if we scroll through within this table, we can see 18 employee ID belongs to Joe Brown. So that means this Joe Brown is the manager of Guy Gilbert. So we need to write a query in a way that we will be able to get this employee ID, employee name, and manager employee name also. Manager name also in the next column. We can have manager employee ID and manager name both in next two different columns. So let's see how can we achieve using SQL query. This is going to be very simple. I mean, there can be multiple ways of achieving the same result set. But the way that I'm going to discuss right now here is using just a left join. We can also achieve it in using the recursive CTEs, the kind of CTE we discussed in one of our previous videos. I would highly recommend to watch that. But for now here, let's see what we can do is, here we will actually go ahead and join this employee table itself with this table itself, right? Kind of a self join, but here we will apply left join. So I'll just name it as A, and then I'll say I'll just copy the same table and I'll make it as B. And from now I can just get values. So from A I can get employee ID, again from A I can get employee name, and again from A I can get manager employee ID. Now to get the manager name, we need to get it from table B, and then we will join it accordingly. So I'll just say employee name as manager name. So now what the join criteria will specify here is, we understand that in table A, this third column employee manager ID will be equivalent to the employee ID in our table B, right? Because it's the same replica. So we can say A dot manager employee ID equals to B dot employee ID. Oops, I missed that one. A dot manager employee ID equals to B dot employee ID. So let's go ahead and execute this. So now we can see that we have got the result which says employee ID, employee name, manager employee ID 18, and then manager name as Joe Brown. So just to validate our results, if I just go ahead and execute these both queries together, let me expand the result window. So as we discussed for the first example itself, this guy Gilbert's, his manager employee ID is 18, and that employee ID 18 belongs to Joe Brown. So here we can see his name. We can take one more example. Let's say we are taking the next one. Employee ID 2, Kevin Brown, and his employee ID, manager's employee ID 7, and that ID belongs to David Bradley, and that name we can see here. Now there was one more question which was included in this initial question we discussed is, it says write a query to list down all the employees and their managers, including employees who do not have a manager. So here we are just, when we are joining, we need to make sure we also get that result where there is no manager, and that's the reason we will be making this as a left join, because right now if I just show you, we are only getting those list of employees where we are having a manager, right? So if there is any criteria where we do not have any manager, that result will not be here. So to get all the results, we will make this as a left join, and then we'll just go ahead and execute this. And now we can see that we will be getting one result. So this is Ken. His employee ID is 112, and there is no manager assigned. So he might be the top in the hierarchy of the organization, and there is no manager. I mean, just an example, but there can be some other reasons also. So just to validate that, if I just go ahead and execute this one again, and we take a look on employee ID 112, then we can see there is no manager employee ID mentioned here. So this way, using left join and joining the same table with itself, we will be able to retrieve employee ID, employee name, manager name, and its employee ID, including the employees who do not have any managers also. All right. So I hope it helps. If you still have any question, please do let me know in the comments. I would love to answer that. And as I mentioned in the beginning, if you want me to include any question, then please do let me know. I would love to add that. And thank you for watching. Keep learning. Have a great day.